Hi guys, and welcome back to my first video of 2026. Today I've decided to show you my nail space because, let me pull up a chair, because I'm going to be doing a house move, hopefully very soon. So I thought I would show you the space that I work in at the moment so we have a record of what it looks like now. I'm hoping to have a brand new nail room once we get a new house, which is all very exciting. So for now, let me show you around. So this is my nail space where I work right now. I have 1, 2, 3 lights to avoid shadows. My fake hand is here, my faithful hand Jelena. She's all wrapped up to avoid the dust getting to her. I've showed you her lots of times before. It's this hand with her fingers crossed. She's lost a nail, which is probably in the bag. I'll just pop it back on. She has her fingers crossed for me at the moment, so yeah, she's a good one. And she doesn't complain at all. She's my favourite client and she stays right there on the edge of my nail desk. Now this room is a mess. It's a multi-purpose room at the moment. It's kind of ready to be packed, so please excuse any things lying around that shouldn't be. This is the next haul. I'm going to be doing a little video on these. This is my latest gift from Saracen, which is Lua Champagne, and I have a little box there as well. This is where I keep all my must-haves, all my top coats and base coats and little bits I need. My little lamps, I've got stick-on glues for rhinestones and nails and oil and all sorts of things. Peel off base, I've got some transfer glue, just little bits and pieces that I like to keep at hand. This drawer is my Crazy Top and my Zombie King. I have my Vendini 3D wave gel there as well. I've got some stamping gel. I've got some other 3D bubblegum gel. I've got some poking gel in there as well. So these are all just some little bits that I like to keep. I always use these pat gels also, and my Crazy Thick top at the back. So those are there easy for me. This is all my Embo gels and effects gels. I have some watercolour in here. I have these ones which are a favourite, beautiful fairy gel type things. These are my 3D moulding gels. That's my Annie's gel, which I absolutely adore and which kicked off my videos initially. So yeah, and then in the bottom drawer I have some spider gels, some painting gels, some mermaidy stuff. I've got my silver, my spider gel. These are just little pots that are handy to be put away in the drawer. I have my new brush set from Bevla, which I'll be using very soon. I've got a couple of little lamps where I can do my individual curing along with my favourite and my newest Melody Susie lamp. I've got a few mats on the table. Sometimes I remove them and have like my sparkle supplies for photographic use, and sometimes just have my little tablecloth with the silicone on top to protect it. What else do I have? I have my brush to hand and my little pots for my monomer or alcohol or whatever I'm using, and I've also got a handy little bin at the back. Over to this table, because I have two tables because I'm crazy like that. I've got this one, and this is where I mainly just do my own nails. I've got a couple of lights on the go. I've got this one overhead. I've got a corner lamp which is there all the time, and this is where all my brushes live, my go-to brushes which I use every day. I have my little palette and another Miley lamp over here, the Miley Pro lamp, which is fantastic, and I got that off Vinted. I have my stands that I've had from Stacey at Fifi's Faffin Nails. I have a little drawer unit here. I have my go-to, this is my 6-in-1 nail glue and my 10-in-1 builder gel from Born Pretty. Always have them at hand. I'll use them all the time. I've got some little nail bits in here that I use that don't cut my cuticles, and a spare USB converter. I've got my sponges in here and some dotting tools. This drawer contains my powders, all of my aura powders and bronzer things that I've had in my hauls. These are all my trays for showing off charms. And down here I have these, and I've never actually used these yet. These are the solid, they're very like Myth Milo cake gels, and I've never actually used them. I must do a video on them and review them for you. I did do a review on Amazon, but they rejected it because it was comparing it to Myth Milo. I've got another tray up here, and these are my little tiny swatcher. These are what I use, size 5, Japanese kind of round nails for doing any swatches and showing off colours. I've got a spare nail tray here that I got from Emma at Emmy's Winning Nails. This has got my Savillon glue in there, and I've got another one upstairs by my bed because it's, if I drop a nail off while I'm in bed, I can just pop it straight back on. This one's my magnets, although I've got more in the bottom drawer because they all just stick together. I've got a whole range of magnets here that I like to try and play with, so they're all there. So I've put them in those drawers out of the way. This needs sorting out, guys. This is my alcohol and my wipes dispenser. Move these out of the way. I have my BR Nail Talk nail cards, which I've yet to use, and won these in a giveaway along with these things from Crystal at Blue Rose Nails, and I absolutely adore all the products in there. I've got a little thing for my glitter on this little unit, which is the smallest drawer unit I've ever seen. I've actually not got much in there. I've got some wax tips and some sponge tips, spare ones. I've got a tool bender, a charm bender rather. I've got my 4-in-1 Glux gel, which I'm not fond of. I find it very sticky to use, but it's there anyway, and it's really handy for doing little patterns on your nail. Nothing in that drawer, so I keep the nail cards there nice and safe behind my dispenser and my alcohol. Up here I've got Fanny Fingerling, which is a terrible name for a fake finger, but yeah, that's what she is. In here I keep all my little letters and little stickers, and I've got some nail display cards. These are all my little notelets that I've had from people. Phoenix Nails, I've had one from Glam Dragon Nails, I've got ones from Linda, Nails by LJW, all sorts of little notes in there, and I love to keep those because they're so nice and thoughtful, and you know, people actually took the time to send me those with the giveaways. Up here I've got some E-Nail Couture stuff. I love this. This is beautiful. It's a moisturising treatment essence oil, which is like a kind of sanitizer as well. I've got my 1 Kill peel off base. I have a bottle of Zanest peel off base there as well as a spare, my backup. I've got my Wonder Gel, which I love, E-Nail Couture prep and primer, and cuticle oil, and I have all 3 of these, the Hardy Gel. I've got all 3 colours, the clear and the 2 pinks, and I've got some AD debonder there just in case I stick my fingers together. Up here I keep, oh, this drawer here, sorry, I'll get to this one. I've got some scissors in the top. I've got a little monomer pot there. I've got another monomer tiny pot which I love. That contains some poly gel that I emptied from a tube, and it's quite safe in there, the light doesn't get to it. In here I've got all my glue tack and my little stickies, lots of little stickies in there, all different shapes and sizes, for my albums and my nails. In here I've got some clean-up swabs, some little buffers, some buffers that I've received from my hauls. I've got all my brushes in here, nail brushes, all sorts of things, little bits and bobs that I just keep together. This is part of my prize winning from Crystal. I've got some more sticky tabs down here. These are absolutely the best sticky tabs ever. I've got these little nail clips for when I'm doing my poly gel to hold the nail forms on. This is just a spare misting bottle, not got anything in it for alcohol. I've got an armrest at the back there hidden away in the corner, so it takes up too much space. In here I've got all my glues, can't even open the drawers, I've got so many. I've got rhinestone glues, sculpture gel, 5D stuff, these are all kinds from Macart to Gigi. I've got the E-Nail Couture 5Ds, I've got all sorts in there, just loads and loads and loads of rhinestone glue. So yeah, remind me not to buy any more of that. And in here I've got some spare sponges. And down at the bottom, there's no point in me trying to get it out because I can't get it out without lifting the unit out. But it's my little label maker which makes these labels on the front of my drawers, which I never keep to be fair. So up here, these are just for tools. So I've got, these are labelled cuticle pusher, I've got some nippers, I've got tweezers in there that I very seldom use because I use all these ones that I've got down here. But they're there anyway if I need them. This one contains magnets, more magnets. This one has my dotting tools, sculpture tools, silicone, pens, that kind of thing in there. And I still use this sometimes as well, which is also in that box. And I've got spare tops for. It's really good for doing aura nails. So yeah, I use that. And maybe I'll do some reorganising when we move as well. Depends on the space that I'm going to have. I've got some, you know, couture files in there. My metal one with the refill ends, and I've just dropped a box, bear with me. So here I have my markers, all my graffiti nail markers. I'll just keep them all together so they fit in that shelf. And I generally pink and white all the way up, if I remember. So yeah, just so that I know exactly where everything is. In here I've got some spare swabs and some spare eyeshadow sponges. I've got some more nail nippers in there, and these two, as far as I know, are empty at the moment because I haven't decided what I'm going to put in them, the candy boxes. I've got some little space here for the brushes and hoofs, and I've got some of this gold nail glue for moulding, for making little charms. I've got some nail wipes in there, fit nicely in that space, and a nail stand. In here I keep all my base coats and my liner balls, so they're all there. I use them quite a lot. I've got in here is, I'm not entirely sure, top coats. These are spare top coats, brands that I barely use anymore to be fair. And some of them, oops, are almost finished. This one is where I've got some Korean bits and bobs that I got from Vinted. It's kind of a mixed bag, and I refer to them all the time. I use them every time I do nails. And in here I've got some prep liquids and hand cream. So that's where all of that is kept. I'll just pop this back up and I will pick up the lid that I've dropped down the back. So that's my little pull out shelf. So this folds up, and on this end there is a blackboard. So hopefully once I get all of this away, all these lights and everything all packed away, I'm going to lift the table up and screw it back into there. And I've put some sakura flowers around the edges just to make it a pretty corner. So that's my two desks. I also have a trolley here which is badly organised, but I do my best. My nail drills are in their holders. I've got Melody Susie nail drills. I've got some glues on the side. All of my little palettes and bowls go there. Here I have, as you can see, alcohol, acetone, monomer and gel cleanser. Those are all in little bottles which I can get to. I've got my nail tip holder, the bits holder there, and some spare ends for my drill bits, all different types. I've got all sorts. Under here, I haven't been here for a while, so you know this may be messy guys, but yeah, I'm being honest. In here I've got some more spare nail bottles of nail glue. I have some, oh I don't know, nail cutters. I've got a jewellery thing, you know, where you check your jewellery, see if it's real. Don't know why I've put it in there. I've got some more little shell dishes that I use as palettes because they're pretty. Some more hand cream. I've got my refill bottles of, these are gel polish base coat. I've got base, top and I don't know what that one is, matte. So I've got lots of that. I've got some cuticle oil in there. These are my gloves, my UV gloves. And I've got some essence, like grapefruit oil there as well for either burning or putting in my monomer so it doesn't smell. And this is a cuticle remover, which is actually very good. So that's that level. Then we come down to my liquids. So I have here my acetone is at this side. Then I have my Born Pretty 250ml super top coat, and I also have the 10-in-1 nail glue gel, which does everything. It's really very good. I use it all the time. Brush cleaner, some nails brush cleaner, got some TNBL gel cleanser. I've got some monomer at the back, some of which I've not opened. So if I need my liquids, that's where I go to. And down here, I've just got spare bits and pieces. These are nails for my nail hands. I've got two hands, two practice hands. These are my camera bits and pieces. And then I've got a little nail soak off kit down there as well, so that I can soak my nails off anytime I like. This is the bag that my lights came in because I've just had them recently. Under here I've got another little desk. This is where my power sits on top of there. I've got some towels under here and some spare storage boxes, and then I have my little bits and bobs clamps, Melody Susie box with bits and pieces in. And I've currently dropped my power down the back, which is okay. I'll just pop it back up, bear with me. Okay, and I also keep my I've got these eyeglasses down here as well, and my tripod set neatly at the back to hold my lights in place. So that's my nail areas. This is where I work from and do everything that you see on my channel. This is the other hand that I have, which is stiffer. It's really pretty. It's really nice to use because, you know, it's not bending when I'm actually doing the nails, so it's okay. It does the trick and I'm happy with it. It's not the best hand ever, but it's one of the first practice hands that came out. Far prefer my silicone hand. She's my favourite, but yeah, I do play around with that when I feel I want to do some nails. This little bag came from Crystal at Blue Rose Nails, and it contains, I've not used them yet, contains a Switchel hand and foot mask. I've got a couple of bandy polishes in there which I just don't want to put on my shelf. I want to keep them separately, and I've got Madame Glam purple, which I've yet to use. I've got some Nordic Deer hand cream, which is beautiful, a couple of hand wipes and some sticky pads, and a lovely little note. And I just keep them all together because I'm crazy like that. I haven't put them away as yet, but I will do that, and probably once I move I'll find the perfect place for them. But right now storage is an issue. So we come over to here. Now I have these drawers are full of nail things. I've got a load of boxes in the room at the moment because I'm getting ready to pack everything away, so just ignore all of that. This is just for packing, so yeah, we've got to start somewhere, don't we? So yeah, as you can see, I'm serious about this. So I have over here is my Mickey, my Minnie Mouse. I love her. Kids love her when they come over. I've got my Yogomeo, Eros and Venus, and I have my 4 Seasons 48-piece syrup gel from Devoc. I've kept them in the box, although I have swatched them, as you know, on a previous video. So yeah, they're all swatched and they sit there. I've got this unit which I've got some spare nail stands in, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this unit yet, so I'm just waiting. Here I have all of the nail designs that I have liked and kept. So I will show you these, although some of them are falling off the thing and I'll need to put them back on. These are some of the nails that I've done on my channel. Let me show you. Just turn this one round so you can see. So some of the designs that I've done in the past. You can probably see me in the reflection. I am not camera ready today, I'm afraid. But yeah, these are just some of the nail designs that I've enjoyed doing and I've hung on to. This one is in progress, so I've kept my scissors and my roll of tape and my little plastic doodads in there as well. So that's those. I always try and keep the nails that I do so that I can see and look back and see if I've got any improvement. Over here I keep my nail grail stuff. I've got my inks from E-Nail Couture, some Madame Glam there. Again, all E-Nail Couture, and then some Frescobaldi metallic inks that I absolutely adore. Shake. But yeah, I use them a lot, even though they're not a big brand. Then over here, I have, this is more of my E-Nail Couture collection, just of various different polishes, and I put them all on little swatch cards like that. And then I've got my dragon, which I painted with some nail colours that I like. I've got to finish her actually, I haven't actually finished her. But I do, I love that nail dragon just for display. These are the polishes that I received from Linda, the Miley ones. I absolutely love these. So Linda Nail by LJW kindly sent me those. This is my Born Pretty collection and some Mia Nail, which I was going to do in a giveaway, but I didn't. In the end I kept it because I really like it. Oh, my Cody's gel is there. Gelin, their base, foundation base is fantastic. The functional gel, and the top coat is so glossy and strong base coat. You just can't beat them. These are my favourite Born Pretty. These are just amazing cat eyes. The most amazing cat eyes I've ever seen. And these are the Moonlight range down here. Over here I've got my latest Pupuguri, which I did on a video. I have some It's Lit by Bubble Bubble. Bubble Bubble by It's Lit, I can't remember. And these are my Kemi Winter Latte collection. I have an odd Born Pretty here because I love that one, use that a lot. I've got some Vetsy cat eye gel, 3 of them there. And then I have some more Born Pretty cat eyes. I've kept, these are my Gigi that I've kept. It's a very small collection, just ones that I like. Some nude shades, some silver cat eyes. These cat eyes are phenomenal. So I've kept those. This one needs wiping, but hey ho, I'll sort that out when I pack it. Yeah, so these are all of my Gigi that I've kept. Down here I've got my Bacodi by Mayer on display, and I've just put all of my new gels onto a little fold out table for now. These are my Korean gels that I've just bought. So I've got my Skin Note from D-Gel Signature, Barog, which is beautiful, the autumn collection. I've got my D-Gel Signature Dry Rose, stunning. Mellow Breeze, which you've all seen, is one of my favourites, and the mood pairing one with the little makeup bag and all the things in it. And then I've got my beloved Divock Dark Night and White Night. Those I absolutely love. There is no better cat eye than these. These are just the best. Then we have the Rosy Hip Quartz set, which actually I'm wearing on these nails. So I've got layered cat eyes and chrome and all sorts on these nails at the moment. Then I have my Multifu inks by Yogo Mail or Yogurt Nail, and the Aurora Queen collection over here. And this is really pretty. I've not really used these very much. I must get them out and start using them. And here I have the little sets that I won from Nails by Miss T. I keep them to hand because I do love these, and the glitter one is just phenomenal. Now on to my drawers. I have this where I keep all my stamping things, stamping plates and doodads for stamping. I've got some little, these I use them to put my swatches on when I'm doing swatching videos. A couple of little pots in there, just storage stuff. And this is some real nail care for your nails, which I got from Love Carrie, which is beautiful. These are like Love Smooth. I've got extra strength. I've got all of these camouflage, nice pink ones, but these are real proper nail varnish, if you like, so I don't use them very often. In this drawer is all my acrylics. I've got some of them swatched, not all of them, but I have done some swatches, as you can see, so I've got a rough idea of what they look like. I know what they are, I can match them up without labelling them. So I've got some beautiful colours in there. And then my gloves. So these are all Email Couture and a couple of CJP. And then I've got my little pink gloves. And then this drawer is some nail tips, which are favourites of mine. So I've got the Curo, which are gorgeous, excuse my French, they are just beautiful, the best nail tips ever. And the Carte Pump Ups, I've got some end ones, some Russian nail tips from Email Couture. These are for when you do acrylic. I've got some sculpted tips, some extra long ones to use on my hand. Then down here, these are the everyday ones that I use all the time. So I've got the corn tips, which are beautiful, absolutely stunning. I've got one box of Apres because I don't believe in paying for those. I've got almost every Miss Cheering soft gel tips, which are great substitutes. I have lots and lots of Email Coutures, which I've put into pots myself. I've got Diamond Coffin Nails, Novo Ovo, small claws, not the long ones, the shorter ones. And those are really nice, really nice on. I've got some clear tips here, which I haven't boxed up yet, and then I've got these black French, which I do have a few more of them in the Email Couture boxes, as you can see down here. So these are all my favourite tips. I barely get the drawer closed, so I really don't need any more tips. And these are a favourite as well. Those are the Russian dual form cat's claws. So these are the longer ones, and I've done several videos with those. These ones I've used on my Angelina. These are the Russian dual forms. They're the bridge type. So they're flat on the top. They're horrendously long, far too long for me. So I don't know if I'll be putting them on, but I may have a go with them because I've never really done them in a sculpt, and you know, unless it's been a sculpt from acrylic, which from scratch. So yeah, we'll try the forms out very soon. In this drawer, this is where I keep all my palettes. You can see I have a huge amount of palettes of painting gel, all different types. This is my Cody's gel base and kind of coloured polygels. This one is my favourite IBD Rose. I use that a lot. I've got down here Iokotech clear nail gel, and I've put some in pots as well. And these are that's my rhinestone glue from my cart because I burst the tube, so I put it into that press up tube and it works really well. I've got a Gigi polygel, which I'm not keen on because it goes on quite streaky, but it's a lovely light pink. This one is the nude Iokotech and the pink Iokotech, so with the builder gel. And then this one is the Gigi, this is the Gigi light pink builder gel, so that comes from that pot, so that's the colour, it's beautiful. And these ones are the UR Sugar super fibre, so this is a clear super fibre one, which I use a lot actually. And this one is the Jelly White super fibre, and then I've got it in the pink as well. And those are really good builder gels. Those are the original, if you want to look them up, the original pots, which still contain some in them. So I'll keep those in the drawer, Milky White, out of the way, away from light obviously. And that's the nude. Just adore these, they're beautiful. This is some of my swatches from the pots that I've shown you in the drawer. And then I have some CJP builder gels in here, which are fab. It's a grey one, can't remember what colour that is, probably red or something, and this one's a red orange colour. So those are the CJP. I've yet to try those. I haven't tried those as yet, but I did get them in Vinted Haul. Down here, what do I have in here? Oh, this is my polygel drawer. If I take that out, this is all my CJP acrylics. I have absolutely loads and loads. There's about 3 layers in there full of CJP colours, which I need to use, and these are just fantastic forms, which I've never really bothered with, to be fair, but I've popped them all in there. This part is my polygel part. I've managed to get rid of some in giveaways and things. These are just some nail tips for the hand, but I have got some Ginbee Polygel, some nice McCart to be Glam. Some of these are probably out of date by now, but they've never been opened. And then this one is just an Acrogel from Amazon. So I do use all different brands. I don't just stick with Korean. I mean, these are Savaland. I've just never used them. They're all still in the packets and not opened. So I have to get into Polygel at some point, guys. These are gorgeous, these ones, the McCart. Those were just stunning. I love these. They came with the little butterflies that I've given out to some of you. Anyway, this is my junk drawer full of old lamps and bits and pieces, electronics, old hand, model of my hand. So that's those. And then we come over to these drawers. This is just full of swatches, ring tops for my bottles, butterfly tops. I've got my nail moulds in here. I've only got a few, I don't have many. I need to really use those. I'd like to try those with Polygel, to be fair, see how they come out. Some are really thin and some are the thicker ones, but I do love them. I've got some really pretty ones. I do need to sort them out, clean them up, but I keep them in there. Back to this, some more stickers, swatch sticks, all of that in there, all different shapes. Swatchers. This drawer is back up. This is bin bags, little tiny bin bags. I've got some nail files, some clips to keep the skin back from your nail. You just pull it back with the clip to keep the gel off the sides of your nail. They're really handy, actually. I've got lots and lots of nail forms, different types in here. Buffers. This is chrome. I need to sort out old chrome. Just for cutting acrylic nails to get your smile line, some more buffer, some lint pads, which I love those. More of those underneath my unit over the other side of the room. And that drawer, and then this drawer, we come into just some nail art. This is all my glass swatches, which I don't really have proper storage for at the moment, but I'm managing just fine with that spare lamp. And this is all my little De Novo Uno PR stuff that I've actually gone through with you guys lots of times as I've received them. And I do actually use these a lot. A lot of these bottles are just half full. Some of them I maybe need to do a refill of. They're absolutely brilliant. The top coats are amazing and the hard gels just stunning. I really like them, so I'm glad I had that opportunity. I haven't heard from Carrie in a while, so I think we've got most of the collection now. And they're bringing out new stuff as we speak, so probably just waiting for the new stuff to come out that's TPO free and more Euro friendly. This drawer, I can never get it open because I've always got things in here that... So this drawer is a bit interesting. This is where I've got all my bits I haven't put away yet. So this is like French tips. I've got all my little stickers, packs, flower packs, beads. Yeah, I need to find places for these. These are just my things that have come from my Korean nail hauls. Just haven't sorted them out yet. And then I've got some spare stickers in here for posting. These are my sticker books. I've got 3 of those, which I desperately need to sort out. 1, 2, 3. And then I've got one with designer logos, like Louis Vuitton, etc. on that one. So that's 4 sticker books, and I really need to put these away. And then this is my art drawer where I've got all of my glitters. Glitters in here. And then this is the messy nail effects drawer, got some bits and pieces in there, some extra chromes, and yeah, very pretty this one. I need to sort it out though. I do have some glitter floating around in the bottom, so I will sort that out at some point. Just like this now. But yeah, when I pack it, I'll sort it all out so it doesn't move in the process. So yeah, guys. That is about it. I don't think I've got much else to show you. The bottom 2 drawers are kept strictly for the house, because every house needs a draft drawer. Oops. I've just got all my stickers. Bear with me a second. because inside one of the books I had 2 further books. So I really need to sort these out badly. I've got these little hydrangea covered books and I'd put them inside the big book. So once again, I've got all those stickers that I need to be sorting out, so I might do a video on that, who knows. But I certainly will be videoing when I'm packing here and there, how I do it, and chat along with you. I mean, if you guys want to see anything particular, let me know. Oh, I forgot, this is my charm drawer. So here I've got some flowers. I've got some metal parts. Got some of these, which I've just had from Saracen. I've got some little bows, some flakies, some stars, which I love. The Devil Wears Press-Ons got me onto them, and some hydrangea flowers, got some pearls decorations, some foil. Got more than one person will ever need, because remember guys, I don't do this for money, I'm not monetized, I do this for me. I've got my black and white lace, and I've got all my animal print transfers, which I need to work out how I'm going to do that. Just found a use for all those spare things. I think I'll put them in the acrylic unit we discussed earlier, which is empty. Then here I've got my punk stuff. Got some little jewels, pinks with all bows and hearts. Another pink one, bows and hearts. This is all gold stuff, some of it old, but I still use it. Then in here, it's kind of organised chaos. I've got some rhinestones and pearl mixes, shell, a bit of everything really. This one is stars and hearts and things, which is lovely, really like that one. And this one is my metal balls. So all these just sit in that little space in there perfectly well. I can get them to go. So yeah, all fits neatly in my drawer. In here I've got some charms, just mixed charms. Not really sorted them out much. These are just a box full of randoms. Then I've got my bows and glitters and chains. These are pink and white rhinestones. This one is glass pieces, all different shapes. Then I have some other ones, flowers and hearts, and mainly white in that one. So yeah, I'll make that better as time goes on. This one is Winnie the Pooh characters, Sanrio. I have my Winnie the Pooh, I love them, little bees and hancock's. Things in there. This one, these are my rhinestone shapes. This is my Sanrio, it's all Hello Kitty. This one is some characters, some metal parts, a bit of everything really. I've got all sorts in there. Flowers and butterflies and hearts, roses, which seems to be my stick to be fair. And some stars. Those are really pretty. Then I've got these, which I love. I use these all the time because they take on whatever colour your nail is. The Aurora ones are just stunning. These I love. This is my very first box of rhinestones. And there's some Swarovski crystals in there, quite a lot actually. It's a very heavy box. So I've kept these. I won't get rid of these. So that's good. In here I have my favourite charms. These are the bigger charms, for acrylic for instance. These flowers. I've got some beautiful crystal ones. I've got little mixed ones. Crystal ones, let's see. I've got them in champagne, I've got Aurora colour, I've got pink, I've got clear. So yeah, so I just put them all in there. And these are the ones I like. My dangly charms. The ones I use the most really. These pink roses with beads. Yeah, all of those. And my designer logo charms. And these are my chromes, which I have almost filled up. As you can can see, but I need to swatch them, so I haven't done the swatchy bit yet, but I will get down to it. So this is all chromes in here and floral, all that, flaky, Zaboko chromes, all that, all my favourites. So I need to swatch those so I know what's in them. Put them back in the drawer. So that's those. So I fitted them like this so I can see from the side what's what, and they don't fall into the bottom, so all the openings are on the top. Back in like so. So that in a second. Go here. This fits in nicely. And then I put my little foils in this one like that. And my pearls over here. Let's go there. Put them nicely. Oops, I've got it twice. Problem doing it all one-handed. Go back in. I haven't even looked at those yet. I think they're all shells, to be fair. I thought they were floral, but they're shells. So that's really interesting. Yeah, they're shells. Never even looked at them, just put them straight in the drawer. Naughty Max. So these can go, these little ones can go into this drawer here. It's just my little candle holder. Pop them in there. So I can put them away at my leisure. That goes back in there, feels in that hole. So this drawer is kept kind of neat. I do not bad with that one. I'm quite happy with this drawer. So that's my charm drawer. I almost forgot about, and all my stickers, which I still need to sort out. So that's all I've got to show you really, guys. I'm going to just pop these in my drawer while I talk to you. Let's put these stickers in there. And those glow in the dark rocks I have. More stickers. Drawer. I really need to get these in the books. It's ridiculous. I'm way behind. Way behind. Oh, flowers. That can go in my drawer down here. Those are floral. Lots of these. Should really find them a nice little special place, to be fair. Might get more in. Let's see. Probably won't ever be able to open that drawer again. That's usually the way. Put those little charms in there to keep dropping them out. Some glitter. And stickers. Little charms. More florals. Yeah, see, I'm not going to get those in and out as frequently as I would like. It's full. Now they're stuck. That in there, that in there, and that in there, and we've cleared it up. Not very well, like, but we've done it, so that's that. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. I did want to check in with you and just let you see where I'm at, because I will be packing all of this stuff and I've got to find a way to do it so that nothing gets broken. This is my favourite collection. I love this. I've got wall shelves there I've never even opened to put up on my wall for racks. So, you know, I'm hoping that my new nail room will have enough space to accommodate all of this and my little Hello Gorgeous light, which I love. So yeah, this is my little space, my little pride and joy. My husband's printer over there and computer, and as you can see, he's into model cars as well. So we've got quite a lot going on in this room. I have the estate agent coming next week, and I will be phoning the bank. I've also to arrange my mortgage, sort all that out, and I've also managed to secure the packers as well. I'm having people in to pack. I'm not going to be doing it myself, although I think I will get a bit OCD over my nail room. I really don't want them coming in and doing that for me. So yeah, I've got a lot of work ahead, so fingers crossed I get the house I want. Please keep watching. I will do the odd video now and again for you, but I did want to share my space. And this is just a cardboard box I covered in Japanese wrapping paper. You can see it's got a lace pattern and I love it. And I use that when I'm doing my nails, so it gives me a nice background. I've got these to put away as well. These are my little bits that come with my haul. So it gives me a nice photographic background, and you can do this too. You know, it's just a nice clean space to be doing nails in so you can see what's going on. So yeah, when I've got it all cleared, I will do you another video, possibly tomorrow, we shall see. But yeah, all next week I'm going to be packing and getting myself mentally and physically ready for this move. So I will be back with you all shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. A special thanks to all my subscribers who followed me throughout the last year. This is the end of my first year on YouTube, and I'm so pleased I've managed to gain so many subscribers to my little channel, and that these people all take the time out of their day to come and watch little old me do some nails and mess it up. I'm like over the moon, you know, with you guys. Please continue to support me. I've got so much more coming to my channel once I'm reset up. I'm going to have a new look. I'm getting into filming a bit better. So it's going to be a new look channel, a new look room, a new me, a new house, a new year. And yeah, I can't wait. So thank you for joining me for the ride, guys. And I hope to speak to you again soon. Bye.